Hey guys, my name is Mike, and today we are talking. I know you are interested in this shit because you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? It's another story time. What the fuck is happening this time? You saw the title, you're like, holy shit. It is totally kid friendly. And basically, this is the time last month when I went to a hooker and we discussed Nazis. Ah, yes. So I'm the type of guy where I literally, like, I just had sex not too long ago with a lovely gal, and then I'm like, you know what would really be cool right now? I wake up at 6 in the morning right before I go on a train to, it was a couple hours away. I had to go see my other family. And right before the train, so, like, I still got to pack and everything. I'm stressed out. I wake up early. I'm running on, like, 2 hours of sleep. Let's find a hooker. And no, okay, it wasn't like find a random ass hooker off the street. Like, there's ads online and all that shit, and then you don't want to find like the cheap ass ones. Especially in Poland. This was in Poland where it's already cheaper. You're doing lots of savings over there. So if you have American dollars, it's like whatever. You don't give a fuck. Like the prices there are. They're nothing. They're nothing compared to here. It's like, what the fuck? So you could go like threesomes every single fucking day if you wanted to. But here's the thing. Okay. So my whole policy is I only want sex when I deserve it, right? So it's like I could care less if a girl's just gonna be like, oh, okay, you can fuck me. Like there's no emotion. She's not attracted to that shit because if she's not attracted, then I'm not attracted. It's like whatever. I have better shit to do. Like I would rather go on the treadmill than have that. But if there's attraction, if I work my way towards it, I'm more into the journey to get to the sex than the actual sex itself. Yeah, but I do fucking love sex, and it's kind of like. I have both a blessing and something that it's like a little bit of a demon where I have a lot of testosterone or I don't know, some sexual energy or spiritual voodoo or whatever the fuck it is. I'm just horny all the fucking time and it can be with anything. So like I'm listening to music, I'm like, wow, this music's fucking very sexual. It's like, what the fuck? It's like weird, but I enjoy it. For most of the times, it's great. Like whatever, cool. I see a girl, I don't care. I'm confident. Whatever. I go up. I talk and there we go. Even if nothing comes out of that, that's cool. I've been able to interact and I've been getting better at that. But the thing is, sometimes it's a little too much. I want to get some work done. It's like, fuck, I'm horny. Like, gotta go out, approach people. But then it's like, this day right before the train, I don't have fucking time to go out. So it's like, oh well, let's try a hooker, like whatever. I gotta check it off my list, which I already did last year. And I fucked a hooker at 18. I was like, whatever. Oh, I'm 18 now. Okay, I can get an escort. And basically, I decided, you know what? Screw it. Like, even though I just had sex, I'm still horny. I want more girls. Okay, whatever. I know I'm not gonna count this as sex because I don't count hookers as like the people I had sex with. I know some people would be like, how dare you? Oh my god! But it's like, I just don't because it's not like real sex, I guess. You pay for it, and that's kind of like her job. It's her job to do things, which I found weird. So I had my own little different spin on the take. So, anyways, I call up the girl. She's like, cool, whatever. I go down to Warsaw, but the thing is, I get fucking lost. I totally get lost, and not only is it like a couple hours before the train, I'm running low on sleep, I have no idea where the fuck I am, I get lost, but it's snowing or there was like really bad weather and it was a Friday morning, so everyone's trying to get into the city to, do their jobs and shit. And there's a fuck ton of traffic. I'm like, fuck. So I took one train down there. I get lost because I took a tram out of the train completely the other direction. So I went back. I like went one step forward, two step backwards. I'm like, oh fuck. So it was like 15 minutes before I had to get to the meeting spot, and it was like, oh shit, like I'm 45 minutes away. There's no way I'm fucking making this. So I'm running around in the fucking cold. I just run out of the tram. I'm running around through the streets like completely coked up. I'm like, oh, I gotta find a taxi. Gotta find a fucking taxi. And yeah, I just randomly stopped cars in the middle of the street because there was no fucking taxi. I'm like, how the fuck do I get here? I'm horny. I want sex. I need to get this done. Boom, pump and dump. There we go. It's like, oh my god, let's just get this over with. Like, fuck, why the fuck did I put myself in this situation? You know, it was like, this was retarded. This was a retarded idea. But whatever, you know, I'm here. So enjoy the journey. I'm stopping cars. People are looking at me like I'm fucking insane because, yeah, I'm running around all over the place. Like, Jesus Christ. And I think 4 taxis said no because they had people, and I couldn't see, like, they had no lights on. I was like, fuck. So, you know, I was knocking on windows and shit, and I was like, what if I just pay some random fucker? I'm gonna just stop every single car and just try and get into one and see if that works. So after like 30 minutes of running around, I finally texted her. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be late. And she's like, oh, that's cool, because, you know, she appreciated the fact that I actually texted her. I cared. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't as rushed, but I was still like, oh, shit. Like, I still have no fucking taxi. Like, how the fuck is this happening? Oh. And finally, I see a taxi. I run like straight through like 3 intersections that are like moving. Like there's cars all over the place. You know, it's busy. Sure, there's traffic, but it's like still like I could have been run over. People are like honking at me and shit. Finally, I just run up to the taxi. Do 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 do. He's like, what the fuck? He's like looking at me. What the fuck is going on? I open the door. I'm like, hey, I'll pay you an extra 20s, which is like $5. If you just fucking go, rush right now. Like, I gotta see a hooker. It's like, what the fuck? But okay, cool. So we start talking, you know, we start socializing. 30 minutes later, I arrive at this sort of fancy place. And outside of this fancy place, there's like rails, and the roads are kind of like, they're not. This was the part of Warsaw where there used to be a ghetto. And this was like the old part of Warsaw, but they're building new buildings now on top of where the ghetto of Warsaw used to be, I think, or at least one of the ghettos. And, you know, I found that kind of interesting how the road was like old style and stuff. And there was railroad, there was like tracks right there. But of course, this was the road where cars could drive and shit. So it's from World War II. And, you know, right outside of this is a nice set of apartments. So I go into the apartments, I get directions, whatever. I go up to see her. And she's really cool. We start talking. We start socializing because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try and just not think about this as business and shit, but just like see what's going on in her life. So I start asking her questions about the business, about her John, about the legality of it in Poland. She starts asking me stuff about America. I'm like, oh, would you ever come to America? She's like, oh no, because you know visas and shit. I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? And she's like, well, you know, my job, like it's legal here, it's legal in Poland, but it's illegal in America unless you go into a brothel in Las Vegas, which I find totally fucking retarded. Like, really? Anyways, so I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Whoops. And we're just talking about cool shit. And then, you know, she started, okay, so I'm like talking about, oh, what's there to do in Warsaw? And like, we started having sex. And like, we're fucking talking, fucking about like Nazis and how, you know, the apartment used to be on the ghetto and how there's a museum not too far. Did you go to the museum? I'm like, yeah, the museum was cool. And we're like, whatever, we just don't give a shit. I just found that very interesting how we got into some very dark topics. And it was just like normal conversation. Like, I was talking about everything, really. I was like, holy shit. I was curious about Warsaw. I was curious about, you know, her life. I was curious about the rent that she pays on her apartment because I'm like, oh, you know, I want an apartment like this. This is the size is very nice. Like, what's the rent? Oh, shit, that's not too bad. I'm like converting. Wow, that's really cheap and shit. Anyways, she thought it was really cool that, you know, I wasn't like an angry asshole who like wanted to throw her out the window. So, because she started telling me stories. She never had that, but like she knew people, she knew her friends who have had to deal with certain cases, certain scenarios there. So overall, if you ever go see a hooker, it's going to be awkward if you make it awkward. If you literally don't give a fuck, she's not going to give a fuck, and it's like, whatever, cool. Again, I don't really think about it as sex because it's like sex is there, but if you go with another purpose in mind, just to talk, Fuck it. Because I'm curious. Like, I don't care. I'm going to talk with, I don't know, a drug lord. I'm going to talk with the president. I'm going to talk with whoever the fuck it is, the janitor on the street, the homeless guy. I don't care. It's like, I'm curious about people's lives. I want to socialize. And I was quite happy when I finally got on the train. I was like, yeah, today's a good day. Today's I'm able to relax now. It's doing all right. So yeah, you might be curious, like, you still don't understand, like, why the fuck did I get a hooker if I can just have sex with girls? I don't know. I just don't know how my mind works sometimes. I was horny. I was like, fuck it, whatever. Even though I could, like, yeah, I can't approach that date, but I could have waited until, like, later that day to approach, but whatever. So my whole thing now is, I don't care. I'm not sure if I'm going to go see more hookers. It's like, obviously not now because I don't have money for that. And, it'd be stupid. But in the future, it's like, for the most part, it's a really retarded idea. But I don't know. I don't need it at all, though. It's like, it's just one of those things that is kind of like my curiosity. My curiosity is what gets me into very strange situations. Anyways, my name is Mike, and that is that. If you've ever had a hooker story, do share. I mean, I don't care, whatever. Or any weird sexual exploitations. Oh, no, that was not the right word. Whatever. Okay, I'm just babbling now. So, anyways, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, and whip your dick out. And if you don't have a dick, don't worry, you can grow one. And also, if you'd really like to support the channel and you're, buying anything off of Amazon anytime soon, you're one of those Amazon Prime members, check out the affiliate link below. You will help me out so much. So thank you guys. Anyways, peace. See you tomorrow, bitch ass.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Now, if you liked what you saw, just check out the links in my description below. If you use the Amazon affiliate link, definitely send me a screenshot so I can thank you. And check out my other social media too. Alright guys, see you tomorrow.